Hey guys, welcome to another video. And in this video, I have a small script also for this because I think it is very important to address this issue. And that issue is about a common problem which is faced by majority of the students, international students that are coming to the UK. And that common problem is communication skills and language skills. I know so many students actually who don't know proper English, British English, and they find it difficult to communicate with the employer or with the people, with their colleagues. Also, look at this video.
चालू हो जाओ
भाई पहले 15-20 दिन का एक्सपीरियंस ये था। जैसे मैं 26 तारीख को आया था यहाँ पे।
ठीक है
भाई पहली बात तो ये है, अगर कोई भी भाई आए ना अपने हरियाणा से या इंडिया में कहीं से भी आए, अपना अकोमोडेशन पहले से देख के आना। क्योंकि मैं ना 3 दिन गुरुद्वारे में रहा हूँ भाई। मैं सामने गुरुद्वारा 3 दिन रहा हूँ मैं, मतलब घर से कॉल आती थी तो भी उनको बताने के लायक नहीं था मैं कहाँ पे रह रहा हूँ। और दूसरा जॉब वगैरह का आप सोच के आ जाते भाई ऐसा है वैसा है। आज के टाइम पे भाई साहब जॉब की बहुत ज्यादा शॉर्टेज चल रही है। यहाँ पे कोई काम नहीं है, घूम रहे हैं वेले, ऐसे सारे पैसे खर्च हो जाते हैं, मतलब कुछ नहीं है।
भरोसे न रहो बिल्कुल भी।
Now that you have seen the video, do you think these guys, I am not trying to defame or anything else, but do you think these guys are even able to speak proper English? They are in the UK, but let go British English. I highly doubt if they're even able to speak proper normal English. Well, these are the kind of students that we are getting here in the UK, and obviously they are not getting jobs because who will hire them other than the community people, from where you are? Who will hire them? No British employer or no employer will give them job. Look at the language they are speaking, or I don't think they speak English basically. So without having a common language with your employer, it's not possible to get a job. This is what exactly I'm trying to address in this video also. So let's discuss this issue in detail, and let me tell you how you can improve also. So with Ielts not mandatory, Ielts basically, with it is not mandatory for majority of the universities and courses. So that brings the entry barrier very low. Now earlier Ielts, and in Canada also Ielts 6.5, 7.5, whatever is a requirement. For masters, I think that basic or at least advanced English level skills are mandatory, because with entry barrier so low and English language skills not required in an English speaking country, it is very difficult for students to cope with that. And because of this entry barrier being so low, lot of students in the last 2 years have come in and flooded the country like anything now. And with so much influx of students, there are enough jobs, but not everyone is getting the jobs, because they think, okay, English is not a requirement, so let's go to UK and not Canada or Australia. And as a result, they end up not getting jobs. I will share some data also later on in the video, but just so that we all are on the same page, I'm sure if you are watching this video till now, you will understand English and you understand what I'm trying to speak. So what I want you guys to do is, if you know Ielts, Ielts or IELTS is as commonly called, if at all you know the full form of it, even Ielts and TOEFL, if you know the full form of both of them, comment below, and I hope you will be honest and not use Google to answer in the comment about the full form of IELTS and TOEFL. Let's see how many of you guys get it right. So we will start with addressing the issue, and first chapter or first topic will be English. Is it really so important? Well, in my opinion, I think common language of the UK, as you all know, is English. So it is a common sense actually that you need to know good English to communicate with your colleagues, employers, customers, vendors, suppliers, anyone at work. You need to talk or communicate in English, and in many cases you will be working in an English environment, English as in people English environment, and you might find it difficult to understand their language or their culture or their communication or the talks that are going on in the meeting. So English language is important because of that. If you are applying for jobs and you cannot communicate to the employer in proper English, you cannot understand what he's saying, then a British English is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about RP as in received pronunciation that we are using, but I'm talking about British English and that accent, the British accent. I don't have it. I don't think I'll ever get it, sadly. But yeah, if you cannot communicate or talk your feelings or thoughts with your employer during an interview, then there's no point, you will not get a job, no matter what skills you have in most cases or what experience you have. You have 10 years of experience in India and you have all the skills required for that job, but you cannot communicate them to your employer, you will not crack the interview. As simple as that. So I think it is very important to know proper English, unless of course you're working in an English dominated Indian area where Indian languages are commonly used, like Gujarati in Wembley or Leicester, Punjabi in Southall and certain other areas. It's very common that English is not a requirement and you can get a job there, but I'm not talking about those areas at all in this video. Now, in English, why is it a problem? Why we face this problem, and why do Indian students, basically Indian international students who are coming to the UK, face this problem? Well, when you are growing up, you watch English movies, you have studied in English medium school, still you will find sometimes difficult to understand British English. That is because the English that we are taught in school is received pronunciation. It's called RP. So it is a little bit different than the British accent. And growing up also, you are watching a lot of movies, listening to songs. Everything you do is very much influenced by the American culture, the American movies, the Hollywood shows, Hollywood movies, Hollywood songs, English songs, whatever you listen to is very much influenced by what you watch and what you see. And we have grown up watching Netflix or any others, Netflix, Amazon or other movies also. They are all Hollywood influenced. So our English is based on that Hollywood American English, and that is why we find it difficult to understand the British English, basically. So, and also one more important thing I noticed on YouTube, especially, that English channels, like my channel is English channel. So it is very difficult for me to get reach out to majority of the students, because you also are watching a lot of YouTubers and you will notice the data is already available online, and I'm sure you have noticed that my videos are not getting many views, and other channels, the Hindi or the other regional channels, Hindi, Urdu, Malayalam, regional channels are getting a lot of views. Well, that says that the students are more into regional language and they are not focused or concentrated on English. Well, I don't have a complaint about it, but the data speaks for itself that English students who understand English are very few, is what I think. But anyways, let's not get there. And just so that you understand what the problem I'm talking about is, I will be playing certain clips taken online for you to understand that, do you understand English? If you understand these, what they are saying in the clips, then I think you have a better chance, you are good to go. Like if you see the first two clips with the subtitles.
I mean, you'll be familiar with the Brummie accent. Are you familiar with the Brummie accent? Brummie, sort of like that, all right.
I don't understand a word you're saying.
So I'm sure you must have seen the subtitles and you try to match, and it is matching. It's very easy to understand. Could be very easy to understand with the subtitles on. Now again, I'm playing some more clips and try to see if you can understand without the subtitles.
Because I did the UK before, so like, let's start with Ireland. Now it's not a difficult thing to do. Like, the thing is, I've loads of friends, which is a bit savage. I've loads of friends in Dublin, but
Northern Ireland.
Let's just say this now. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter to me. But what I'll
Come
tell
across
you,
the sea, Wales.
I tell you something about Wales. Well, not really. I don't really know much about Wales, to be honest with you. My friend Simon Solomons is from
Go
Wales.
up north, Scotland.
I'm going to tell you a story now, and it's a guy that I know from Scotland, and it's not the guy you're thinking of, by the way.
Well, very popular today. I'm saying that a number of parliamentary colleagues who have disabilities do find it quite difficult getting around certain parts of the state. Given that we're doing this refurbishment work, what can be done to make sure that those with a disability are able to move around more freely and the place is accessible?
You can't look down to read the speech, you have to take the speech up. Because if you did, your neck would break, it would fall off.
So I think it would have been a little difficult for you, if some of you at least, that to understand what the person was trying to say without the subtitles. This is exactly what I mean. If you are working here, if you are even applying for jobs, this is the common language that you will be hearing on a day-to-day basis, and you will find it difficult to understand. So that is how it is. Even I faced a difficulty, during my first lecture in the university. There was a professor, my favorite professor eventually. I could not understand what he was saying, and eventually I paid some more attention, I practiced more, and from second lecture onwards I was able to understand. So yes, if you are not able to understand, then this is the thing you need to do. Now that you know that why is English important and what problem you are facing and why you are facing that problem because of the Netflix and Hollywood culture, let me tell you some points or give you some pointers as to how you can improve on your English skills, understand British skills basically. So you can improve or you can practice by watching not only American shows but also British shows on Netflix or Amazon Prime. For example, there's a very famous series called Peaky Blinders set in Birmingham, and it's a complete proper British series. So try to watch that. There are, I think, 5 or 6 seasons of it. Try to start watching it with subtitles and eventually without subtitles and see if you can understand what they are trying to say. So this will not only improve your English but also give you some practice of listening to British English other than this. So there's one called Peaky Blinders that I know of. Then the current series I'm watching is The Crown, based on the life of the royal life basically. So those 2 series I think I would recommend you to watch, and so that you can practice your language skills and improve on it if you are in India or anywhere else other than the UK. Now if you are already in the UK and you face this problem, then how can you overcome it? Well, in my opinion, it's just easy. The more you practice, the better you will get. So if you are a student right now, try to work in a customer facing environment. Try to work as a customer assistant, retail assistant, sales assistant, customer service executive, so that you communicate a lot with the people on a day-to-day basis. So this will not only improve your skills, this will boost your confidence also, and it will help you to practice your English with the British people. It will improve your understanding of the language and the British accent. And it is the best way to, in my opinion, actually, it is the best way to improve your skills, only because it gives you instant feedback. When you talk to someone, if he or she doesn't understand what you are saying, that means that your English is not up to the mark. Maybe it's the other way around, but in most cases, I'll assume that your English is not up to the mark, that they cannot understand what you're trying to say. And if they are saying something and you have to say sorry or pardon me, then you will see that you don't understand what they are trying to say. So it's an instant feedback, and this will give you a chance to improve upon yourself and also give you a chance to practice with the British people itself, the native English people. So this one thing or 2 things basically you can do to improve upon your English skills. I hope actually that this video was helpful, and if you are facing this problem, let me know in comment section below if you can, if you can share some tips with the other fellow students as to how to solve it. And for those guys who are watching this video and they think, oh yeah bro, what's up bro, hi bro, how are you, you alright? This is not just English speaking, this is just slang. This is also a part of the language and you need to know. But if you just add anything and then end the sentence with you bro, that is not exactly British English, and that is just bullshit in my opinion. Anyways, without wasting your time, let's get on with another videos, and I hope this video was helpful. And do like, share, subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Good luck.